Today, I'm going to analyze a startup's website. Not for the aesthetics, the cool animations, or trends. This is bigger picture. I want to see if their value proposition, brand identity, and messaging is going to help or hurt them in their growth. Why the website? Well, I believe that a website is the most complete and updated communications tool for a startup. It's the one place where they should have everything figured out. Today we're looking at AlphaDog. If you haven't heard of them, they offer DNA testing kits for dogs, promising to go deeper than the big names like Embark or Wisdom Panel. They track everything from breed composition to complex health markers and even behavioral traits. They're positioning themselves as more elite than the rest, more precise, more comprehensive, and more scientific. Before I get into the breakdown, I want to give AlphaDog credit where it's due. Their products do seem well engineered, and they seem to have top-notch science behind them. Furthermore, they're not trying to copy anyone or blend into the sea of friendly pet tech startups. But as we're about to see, being different is only half the battle. The first thing that hits you is red. A very bright red is the main protagonist here. When you pair this specific red with health crosses scattered around, my brain goes to one place: emergency. It creates a slight sense of urgency, but not the urgency to buy. It feels more like I'm sitting in an urgent care clinic. Beyond the color, everything here looks a bit old. It doesn't look like a modern, innovative tech brand. It looks about 10 years behind. They even missed the mark on explaining their 3-step process. Because people scan and don't read, the images they chose make it look like you get the results in the physical mail. They completely missed the chance to showcase their digital dashboard. I happen to know they have a very cool digital experience, but you'd never know from the homepage. They're using a photo of a laptop on a marble table. It's a bit stiff, and it contradicts the name, which is trying to signal innovation in Pharma-Tech. I also have to ask, why am I not seeing more dogs, more people interacting with their dogs, that bond, that life? Yes, of course, there are images of dogs, but you can clearly tell most of them are stock photos. There's no soul here. If you want me to spend premium money on a DNA test, you have to connect with me. You have to show me the life that this data is supposed to protect. Right now, it's just a list of conditions and health markers in a big red box. Messaging is the most critical aspect in my opinion. They focus almost entirely on features and pay little attention to real benefits. If you tell me we're 0.7% more accurate than the competition, my reaction is, so what? That's a feature. Now, if you tell me that 1% margin of error is 1% chance of a false negative for a life-threatening condition, that is a benefit that hits home. Instead, they have a page called Features, where they just list technical specs with almost no emotional connection. In fact, their first featured benefit actually helps the company more than the customer, a marketplace that sells you things based on your dog's results. They use the example of interactive toys for anxious barkers. Do I really need to spend $150 plus on a DNA test to know my dog is anxious? They're selling a technical manual when they should be selling a longer life for your best friend. They could be the educator, a supportive ally that understands your love for your dog while maintaining an elite vibe, but right now, they're just talking about themselves. Now here's a huge question. Who is this for? The AlphaDog by Etalon name sounds incredibly scientific, like a massive corporation. That cutting-edge science-first feel makes it seem like a tool for a vet, a professional breeder, or even law enforcement. Maybe that's their strategy, and that's fine. But if they're trying to be a B2B brand for professionals, they aren't leaning in with enough authority. And if they're talking to me, the average dog owner, they're failing. It feels too cold, sterile, and frankly, a bit intimidating. Final verdict, AlphaDog seems to have a great product, but the brand is suffering from a fundamental vision and identity problem. To fix this, they need to go back to the core. First, truly define the ideal buyers. What makes your audience different from the people Embark is targeting, if at all? Second, why would they buy from you? You have an opportunity to be truly different, not just with logos and colors, but in what you represent at your core. Third, once that mission is clear, build an identity that matches it. Stop looking like a warning sign and start looking like a partner in my dog's longevity. I'm Louis, and this is how I fix broken brand DNA.